So, in my opinion, I think all the tragedy started in update 4.3 when shotguns were nerfed, basically. As you know, 4 standing for season 4. So this happened in season 4. Pumps reduced from, so blue pump went from 95 damage to 90 damage, or sorry, 95 damage to 85 damage, sorry. And green pump, 90 to 80. Now, people were like, big deal, 10 damage, not going to make a huge difference, but it's actually totally wrong. As you guys know, they also nerfed shotguns in the way that you can't one-shot people, which I actually agree with. I don't think a shotgun in this game should be able to one-shot somebody, for the reason that most of the time it's complete luck unless you're aiming behind a door, with your shotgun. But nobody does that, you're in those build battles intense, you don't have the time to aim at somebody. So most of the time those 237 damage headshots with a pump shotgun were complete luck. So I'm kind of glad they took those out, but I don't agree with the damage drop. And here's the reason. First of all, bloom. If you haven't noticed, if you hit someone with the shotgun for, let's say, over 100, which you still can do, but you're not going to be able to one-shot someone with 200 health with a shotgun, which like I said earlier, agree with. But if you hit them for over 100 damage, if you pay close attention, which I have, every single time, I'm telling you, every time, the next shot you hit them for, no matter if your pellets hit, it'll be a 7 or an 8. I've done my research, and every single time I've done this, I get a 7, 8, 6, etc., whatever you want to say, and that's what I've noticed. But maybe that's not true, but that's what I've noticed. And moving on, yeah, so update 4.3 was just horrific. It totally ruined the game. Shotguns, in my opinion, are definitely the biggest part of Fortnite. And to nerf them this much, I think was totally a wrong decision for Fortnite, because good players are very angry, especially looking at Season 1 players like myself, going through, going through this shotgun training, I would say. Because I noticed that shotguns were very hard to hit when I started playing PC, previously being a PS4 player. There is auto aim, and I've been reading in the patch notes that they're reducing the auto assist with snipers and shotguns and stuff like that, which is great. Makes it a more organic game. But on PC, there's absolutely no auto assist, for the reason that a mouse is very precise, sniping is very easy, and for that reason, Season 1 players are becoming very angry, like myself. They went through the training, getting shotguns down. Shotguns are clearly the hardest part to master in Fortnite. When I started playing PC, that's when I noticed it, and it was very hard. I could not hit my shotgun shots, and most of the time I was dying was because of it. And since it's 75% of the game, I would say, it's a huge part. So you need to get that part of the game very solid, get that down so you can survive and get those dubs. But when they're nerfing it like this, it's really not helping the game. And people are looking back and being like, well, why did I have to go through this trouble when these new players come to the game and they don't have to go through this trouble. They can't get one-shotted anymore like I used to when I was trying to go through this training. And you can't double pump anymore when I've been practicing this for 4 seasons, and now you just decide to take it out of the game. We feel betrayed, honestly. At least I do. Double pump was not easy. Double heavy, not easy. And it wasn't easy on a keyboard to switch between them super fast and shoot as well. The timing, you had to get the timing down. And yeah, it takes a while. So after you get it, you're like, awesome, I got it down, it's feeling good. And then they just do this nerf. And this nerf happened in update 5.1 when Season 5 came out. You guys know it's stupid, that little death circle that spins around in the middle of your screen when you're trying to switch between guns. Double pump, you could just say goodbye. It was a rip for those. Double heavy, rip. And that was very disappointing for old OG players, to be honest. And that's just one nerf that I'm really upset with and wanted to talk to you guys about why Fortnite hates good players. Now, I don't actually think they hate good players because, first of all, one thing, it seems like they do care. They do care in the fact that they're changing the game constantly, making the game new and where people want to keep playing the game. And they're not releasing old skins, like Skull Trooper, Ghoul Trooper, stuff like that, which I think is good. I think those people should be rewarded back in Season 1 for playing. But I think a lot of people didn't buy those skins for the fact that it was a free game. They're like, I'm not spending money on a free game. Come on. And now they look back and wish they did. But to those people that did, they're showing respect to them, and they're not going to release them, hopefully. I hope not. Otherwise, that would just be a whole nother level of just nerf. That's the reason why I think they care, but at the same token, these nerfs are just giving life to the noob players, to the no skins that can just hold left click or fire down with a compact SMG. And that leads me to my next point, health of structures. So when you place down a wood wall or a wood platform or a wood stair, it used to start at 100 health, the fastest healing or building material. That's why people use wood all the time. It dropped from 100 to 80, stone dropped from 90 to 80, and metal dropped from 200 to 150. Now, metal actually received a 100 health buff, but takes a longer time to build now. And I think this is a problem, especially at the time that they did it, because they just added in, the submachine gun, not the suppressed one. The submachine gun is a very fast-firing weapon. Very inaccurate, but still, it can tear through those walls. And the compact SMG, the drum gun, and as long as they nerfed it, I think they should nerf it a little more at least, because it's just not fair, And that leads me to my next point as well, which is I'm not sure the exact update, but I know that Epic nerfed the building materials consumed, or whatever you want to call it, from rocks, trees, and cars, stuff like that. So you don't actually get as many materials as you used to when you're farming for materials with a harvesting tool. And really all this does is make good players farm for longer periods of time, and bad players just be like, oh, whatever, I'll just kill people for material and stuff like that. And all it does is slow down the game. Now, I know that ATKs and rifts were just added to the game, which is actually great. They speed up the game, and that's what everybody likes. But this material nerf is just totally on a whole nother level. Good players are mad, they want to build, and that's what makes Fortnite what it is building. So if they want to touch the building, I would say make it more plentiful. Make it so that there's no cap on material. Make it so that the most you can hold is infinite. You can't have you can have 999, and that won't be the max. You can just keep going, into the thousands. And I think that would actually make it better, but I don't think they should reduce the material, because Fortnite is building. Fortnite is building, basically. That's all that it makes it unique. And PUBG, all they can do, they're getting actually farted on by Fortnite because of the building concept. PUBG, all they can do is sue Fortnite creators, and personally, if I was a Fortnite creator, I would just say that we did it better and move on from there. I don't think they're going to get in too much trouble with that, but not to try to go off topic, the material nerf was actually terrible. My main point is basically removing double pump, double shotguns, and the nerf on the damage for shotguns, because we good players, good shotgun players who missed those double pump, double heavy days, had to go through the days of taking our time going against players that used to be better than us with shotguns, getting one pump to the face, for that 237 damage. And like I said earlier, I'm glad that you can't one-shot someone anymore. I don't like the nerf on the shotguns. What my point is, I don't like how new players to the game get almost babied, and they're spoiled to the game, where they can come in and not get one-shotted, not get destroyed by good players who had to go through the times of ruining their KD and their win percentage like we did, And this spoiling really leads to one answer, that it's a business. We all have to remind ourselves that Fortnite is nothing but a business. But at the end of the day, it is a business, and Epic is trying to reach as many people as they can out there in the gaming community. But Fortnite is definitely changing the PC, PS4, Xbox community, gaming community. It's doing some amazing things that people thought were impossible. Like, they made $318 million in 1 month. That's pretty crazy. That's got to be like a record or something. But, yeah, I think these nerfs lead to one answer, and that would be new players or fresh meat in the game. nobody, I don't think it's very appealing to a player who comes into the game and gets one-shotted, you know, just gets actually pooped on by these good players. But back in the day, it took time. Games should take time. Fortnite wants to reach as many people as they can, and it was smart of them to be a free game. For sure it was. Hey, you want to hop on Fortnite? Oh, I don't have it, sorry. It's free. So download it, you know. That's how they reach so many people. And then another problem they could have come across is, you want to play Fortnite? No, I'm so bad at that game. I get one-shotted all the time. No, they just nerfed the shotguns. You won't be one-shot anymore. Reach as many more players, and they make more money. And that's why Fortnite's a business. And that's also why Fortnite will always make good players angry, mad, and furious. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, let me know in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if you guys like these type of videos talking about Fortnite, the updates, information like that. Not actually gameplay, but informational stuff, you know, this kind of content. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next video.